All right, so let's go ahead and do a couple of things here and lathe this dude when we're done. As you can see, I've got my closed spline, which is just half of the figure, and I'm going to zoom in on it a bit up in this upper part for a moment. And I'm going to add one piece of detail here. And because it looks like there was more original things going on here, I'm going to do what's called refine. So I'm going to just go back to here to my vertice and make sure I'm done that. And then down here somewhere, you should see a button called refine. And if you hit refine, everywhere you click on the line, it'll create another vertice. So I've created another 3 vertices here that I want to work with. So I'll just take a moment or two and just kind of move them around a little bit. So I'm going to turn off refine by clicking it again. And I'm going to go back to just the moving the vertices around. I'm going to leave that one where it's at. This one I'm going to bring down. And I'm going to bring this one down to match it, or at least come close. Okay. And this one, I'm going to leave that little uptick in there, I think. Okay, so it has, I just made a little bubble in there. We'll get to doing some curved ones here when we work on the decoration, but I think that's good enough for right now. I just wanted to show you the refine tool. And now we're going to click off the vertice editor. We're going to make sure we have columns selected. We're going to spin over here to our modifier list, and we're going to go down in the L's, and we're going to find lathe. Okay, we're going to find lathe, and our screen turns blue. It's exactly what we wanted. Actually, it wasn't. We're going to roll the thing out a little bit, unless we're Jack. Sorry, Jack. And you say, okay, that doesn't look anything like my column at all. And it's just a matter of, did you align it to min, max, or center, or X, Y, or Z? So literally play around with these a little bit. Maybe if we hit Y, will it change? Y center? Nope. Y max? Nope. Y min? Hey, there we go. What would have happened if we'd hit X? I got no idea. Let's find out. Let's hit X. Oh, it rotated it the other way. X min, X center, X max. That didn't do a whole lot. What if we did it with Z? That would look funky. Z min, Z center, Z max. So it's going to look crazy. We found out that the one we want was Y, and I think it was min. There we go. And we've got our guy, and that's exactly what we were looking for. So we have now lathed a column. And so we can go back to our front view, and then we can just work on putting this in where it goes. We still have to do this other one up here, so I'll probably leave this for a moment, and we'll lathe this guy up here. And there's another couple directions in here that you'll have to follow, but there's your basic spline that we've lathed. And then we'll just take this figure, since it's now called a column, and we can move it. We can use the move thing here, and we can say, you're coming over here towards our original picture somewhere. We'll just leave this blueprint out here. Maybe I'll switch back to my original viewports, and I'll see that column is a monster, and that's okay. So all I got to do is click on the column, and I'm going to hit resize for a moment. And remember, if we choose, let's look in this perspective view, if we choose the big triangle here, any one of the triangles, and we pull, it'll resize it all down. So now we're getting closer. We'll just move it for a moment. We'll bring it over towards one of these guys here. And I still say it needs to come down. So we'll grab him and we'll move him right back down on the base. And he's way high still, I think. So again, let's go ahead and resize him again. I'm just going to grab this guy here, drag him over. I might change my perspective a little bit so I can see him a little better. And now that I see him, I can hit resize again. And again, the center triangle will, and we're a much better size now. And so again, I'll go over here and I'll use my move tool, and I'll move it down. And I'll set it on the base. That looks much better. I don't know what the directions said to do in terms of, should I line it up exactly with one of these circles? I suppose we should come pretty close. And also, should it be exactly the same height? I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and read the directions. I would assume perhaps it has to be exactly the same height. So I might go in again and do the exact same thing again. I'll go back and I'll go one more time. Can I resize it just a little bit? That looks like it's going to be really close. And can I move it again? Okay, we moved her down. We've got her pretty much centered on the circle, and that's probably good enough for today. We've got a column in there, and we've still got our blueprint out here that we can mess around with. Thanks.